Okay, turn this light back on. Now we're going to be at the final step. As you can see, I got my points in. I took a file and just kind of smoothed it all out. I smoothed the inside of these edges out, still a little warm. But now comes the technical part, I would say. Here I have my piece of pipe clamped up in there with that small piece clamped up in the bottom. What I'm going to do is I'm going to heat one of these prongs up and set it over this and just start tapping on it to slowly curve it over. So we'll get the gas going. I just bought a new tank, so hopefully I don't waste a lot of this. Looks like I am. Heat this up until it's glowing a very nice bright orange. And you want to go back and forth over the whole piece. You want to get everything heated up. The thicker parts are going to need a little more heat than the tip. But heat all the way until the bending, to the split point. Turn off the gas real quick. Set it on there. Start at the tip. Give it some light bends. Curving everything over. Need a little bit more curve on there. You might have to reheat it if you don't get it 100% at first. There's one bend. You see, I didn't bend it completely all the way over. I found if you completely curve these over, that's almost impossible to get to hook on anything. You want a decent hook, but not a complete, you know, rounding over of it. So I'm going to turn the gas back on, and I'm going to do the other side. can do this under low light, so you can see when it heats up quicker. You switch off the light real quick, show you how that glows. I'm not going to leave the light off, I'll show you what it looks like as you're hammering it underneath low light. Hopefully you can see this part. I apologize if you can't. I'm going to take it over to the other side, start the tip. Kind of checking it out, seeing it a little bit more. As soon as they start to match up, you might need to take your pliers, turn the light back on. You might need to reheat it and twist these back out. They might have gotten bent in the... Actually, I'll chuck this up and show you how to straighten it out. Get my torch off here. Okay, so we got the hooks, but as you can see, they're a little twisted. So what I'm going to do, where a good view of this is going to be, maybe I can turn this. There you go. So you can see how that one's cut. Military aircraft. Gotta love it when it comes in your video. See how this tip's a little twisted, so we need to bend that one back out a little bit. That's not a big deal. A little more heat. Come on. Apply it to the back side of it. Right in this back bend right here. And you'll be able to twist that right back out. So any little differences that you find in there, look at it from all sides, make sure everything's bent the same. See, this tip's a little bit higher, so I'm just going to knock that down a little bit. Everything's looking good. If you want to expand this a little bit, which I'm going to, because right now, that's pretty close to 1.5 inches. Looks smaller. But the distance between tip and tip, I put at 1.5 inches. That's just my own personal deal. And then once you got it, I'm gonna go over to my water. Where is my water? There it is. Cool that off. And then you have your finished kaginawa. So that's the basis of it. You want to, spread these apart more, bend these hooks over a little bit more. That's all personal preference. These measurements that I use are the ones that I like the best and I find work the best for me, so that's it. But before if you want to bend these to go the opposite way, you get a flat kaginawa. There's a lot of different designs you can do adjust using this form and that piece right there. I just got this. I have another piece that I normally use, but this is the same thing. So I've made a lot of the kaginawas in this same exact manner. Just the more time you spend on it, the better it's going to look. I mean, you can throw one of these together in half an hour, 45 minutes if you want. I know all these over here, a lot of these I spent a lot more time on. The 3 hooked ones, it's pretty much the same idea, just I didn't move the middle piece. I just hooked that forward. I just pulled the 2 outside ones out. You can spend a lot of time on finishing these up, the edges, making sure they're nice and smooth with a file. I'll probably spend another good 15-20 minutes just tweaking everything in and smoothing everything out. So that's pretty much it. I hope this helps everyone out on how to make a kaginawa. Like I said, whether you're using a square stock or round stock, it'd be the same thing. Round stock, just sharpen it to a point. Use this and just slowly, tap it over, starting from the tip. Go a little at a bit. If you have to reheat it a couple times, that's okay. Better to underbend it than overbend it. It's hard to get this straightened back out without leaving kinks in it. It's a lot easier just to hit it a couple more times to get a little slight more bend. So I hope that helps everyone out. I'm going to try and think of some more videos to do. Like I said, if anyone's ever got any suggestions, I'm always up for anything I can try, so let me know. And that's about it. Hopefully next coming weeks I'll have a couple more videos out. Later.